And it's a combination of reality and my imagination. I cannot tolerate my anxiety for the moment.
The lyrics was a crazy experience throughout Melbourne and Berry, especially Berry. I reckon some lyrics came from just that. Absolutely, I think a lot of the lyrics came from being in that environment.
Definitely.
I think Monday is a really clear example of that.
I mean, Monday, I was going through like own little sort of bouts of ups and downs and stuff through that. And Monday I was probably pretty down. I think, like, I probably had a lot on my mind, just concerning stuff outside the album making process, which was sort of
Absolutely.
bearing down on me and sort of making me questioning why the fuck I was doing it.
There's definitely lyrics where you had a sort of clear idea. I know when you wrote Belly Side Up and you wrote Do You Know Harm, you sort of like, I know what I'm doing it. And you had the lines kind of just like instantly, and then there's some other songs that just sort of slowly kind of wrote themselves, which was really interesting. I haven't seen anyone do that before. It's very patient. It's patient songwriting, isn't it?
I think it's because I don't particularly like writing lyrics.
It's interesting you don't like writing lyrics.
Yeah, but it's sadly become like it became really important to me through the process, so I sort of was a bit afraid of it for a while. So it's like, it will just happen because I'll slowly realise what I'm saying.
Probably
become more and more content with what it could be. I think I always worry that it never says enough, or it's never as like honest or as well structured as it could be. Probably because I fear. I don't know. It's the part that I've always feared.
I think the reason you don't like lyrics is because you like good lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, you don't like writing them because it's like you want them to be really, really good.
Yeah.
And then, like, I know if there's like one word that bugs you, you're off the whole thing.
Pretty much.
You're like, nah, I don't know if I like that entire chorus because one word's wrong. Which is good. Yeah. I think you know when it's right.
Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed with you about your musical taste is it's got to be perfect and it's got to be pure, as best as you can. And that's sort of what
more in the intention than in the product.
Yeah. That's right.
Result.
And that was sort of that holistic approach. I think that is what we were all wanting, or what we were trying to talk about back then. Was this: how do we make a holistic approach to music and still have the ability to satisfy ourselves, but also, I've always, thought about you got to satisfy an audience, and audiences are different to you. And
I think at that point, after spending a lot of time with you guys, and sort of progressively building up my ability to jam on a bunch of instruments, just without really knowing the rules of the instrument, still making music and it being acceptable and it feel good to some degree. I was like, I can kind of take that confidence now and really sort of dial my attention into each part of a moving composition that I would want in a song. So like the basics of drums, bass, and guitars, piano, some sort of woodwind.
Yeah, those
something.
Weird flute things.
Yeah,
the
like
dome,
the hang drum.
Hang drum.
I mean, just anything that's going to create like good texture, be rhythmic, harmonic.
Yeah.